Good evening. It's the 22nd of July, 2026. I was going to I was going to do a live stream. I was going to do a live stream of the earnings tonight actually, but I decided sorry, my dinner came in and I decided to, food first, right? So, hold on, please. Okay, so I decided to go for dinner, and well, I had a bit of a late dinner, but here we are. So it's another day at the markets. Hope you're well. If you're trading, how did it go today? And if you're not trading, well, welcome to my world. I mean, like I said on Monday, I was waiting for for today. What do I mean by I was waiting for today? Because today's a very important day. It's a turning point on the earnings market, and I was waiting for today. So let's see how it went. Look at the cues. I mean, if you look at this week, we are stuck in an inside bar, and this is still works. We're still very much low. Look at the pattern. Absolutely. So we haven't actually gone too bad. So, but anyway, so let's see how it went. But anyway, so speaking of Qs today, the Qs were down. I think the markets was muted. I was gonna say, I mean, just about 0.5%. Um, the Qs were muted. I think if you remember what I said at some point, I said the market does not care about the war, but what are we saying now? I think it's actually coming back to the forefront. Why? Number one, I saw an interview. They were talking about, was it Pete Hegseth? He wanted a lot more money. That's number one. Number two, the number two was the fact that oil spiked. But before we talk about oil, let's just quickly do a quick heading. So Wall Street closed flat to modestly lower as a massive 3% surge in global oil prices and climbing bond yields forced investors onto the sidelines. Been talking about the bond yields. People have been ignoring it. If you look, was it the US 30, was it 30-year yields, which is the rate. You can see the rate is gone up to as high as 2007 level. Look, at some point, you can't ignore this anymore. It's breaking out, and it's been breaking out since when? 2020. We've been ignoring it and been keeping quiet. Look, all this money we're spending, it's got to go somewhere. It's got to go somewhere. Look at the yield curve, and now it's flattened. Okay. Do I just think it's going to come down? Sorry, I just don't think so. I mean, if you look at the dollar as well, look at the dollar, the DXY. The DXY also, look, my goodness, it was just a little over 100. Now it's 101. When the dollar is up, sorry guys, this is what I've just said, and this is my plan, projection. The dollar has been on a 16-year support. There you go. So you've got to know what you're doing. Be patient. You can't trade every day. There are times where you just have to do nothing. I'm going to show you a post I made earlier about one of the stocks that had earnings today. But anyway, so increasing, the dollar's going up, the bond yields going up. Oil, we said oil prices. I mean, this is the oil crude futures, 86. I did say some, oh my goodness. Look at that. Crude has just crept above my line, and I just watched it go from 66 all the way to 86. If you look at Brent's, if you look at Brent's was 90 WTI. Something I might show you about this one here. WTI 86. What else do we have? We have Brent. We have WTI. I mean, let's leave a look at US oil, the fund. That's 131. This has gone from the lows of 102 to 131. I'm sorry, you can't just ignore this. So, okay, so that's something I've got to say. Careful, careful, careful. You don't just buy. It doesn't matter what your strategy is. There are times you just have to wait out. Okay. Well, maybe it does matter actually. So the next one is the volatility took center stage throughout the day because traders braced for massive post-closing bell financial updates from tech behemoths, Alphabet, and Tesla. Now, let's see. So, sorry, just quickly looking at Google. Boom, 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 boom. Google is just had earnings. Boom, 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 boom. Lower than 2%, and it's going down. I said something to someone. I said, for these market to do well, Google needs to come down. It doesn't look like a great statement, but that's what I said. And in fact, let me see. I posted this today. It was in the group chat, fortunately, just about earlier today, and you probably will be able to see at the time. There's something I posted here, not trying to claim a Jesus or anything, but this is what I said. There you go. So you can see the time just at 8:53 tonight, just around this corner. And you see that? Okay, so I said a few things I saw when the market was closing. Now, not looking good. We're going to talk about service now. I didn't see the earnings before. That was before the earnings was released. People are trying to get out before the market closes, and Google needs to dump. It will be great for this market. That's what I think. Look, the market is literally all-time high. There's no overhanging supply. There's no supply at the top. So we need some liquidity to be absorbed into the market for the market to be able to go up again. That's something I believe. And that is something I believe. So, okay, the next one. Now, we had Google. Let me see if I can find the earnings from where it was actually. I was looking at it, reading it from somewhere. And let's see. So Google. It's an interesting play, and that's why there's no options from my end. I did not buy a call, do anything. I just stayed out. I think sometimes I just didn't get a good feel. So YouTube posted ad sales of 11.06 billion for the second quarter, which is up 12.6% year over year. The results exceeded Wall Street analysts' expectation for ad revenue of 10.8 billion per street account. That doesn't include YouTube's billions of dollars subscription revenue in 2025. The total YouTube revenue topped 60 billion according to parent company Alphabet. Overall, Alphabet, which is also the parent of Google, posted Q2 revenue of 119.8 billion, which is up 24%, and net income of 112 billion, which is up more than threefold, great, or 9.11% per share, smashing analyst estimates. So this company is making so much money, but the market is selling anyway. Maybe, just maybe, this has been priced in beforehand. I don't think analysts expected more, but like I said again, I believe Google was so because I thought Google has run too fast. I believe it was going to ruin the party for now, and that's not for now. For now, service now, and that's what I thought. Okay, it's not a great time to trade either way and just get out. I mean, if I was going to trade, I probably would just, buy some protection, if you get what I mean. So I didn't see the point, and that's why ServiceNow also results earnings for the quarter And if you see what they did, it was a fair bit. To be fair, it ran up over 100, and guess what? It sold back down, right? Almost giving it back up again. So Google became the disaster for the company, and it just ruined it for now. Boom, 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 boom. It's quite interesting actually, because if you look at the flow, yeah, there was more. Oh my goodness, there was more. There was more. According to that poll, there was more sell than buy into Google. So wow, wow, wow. There you go. So yeah, people were not buying Google at all. I think people were selling Google. And of course, if Google reports at the same time as you, I'm sorry, you are not lucky. Likewise, Tesla, we are expecting something. Elon Musk knows how to talk up Tesla, doesn't he? And let's see what he did. I'm sorry he couldn't talk this one up. I know they're still burning a lot of cash. Everyone and their mother has been shorting Tesla, and that's just what it is. Everyone and their mother's been shorting Tesla. So I think, great company, but still the biggest automobile company in the world. But now, I think I said yesterday, we are looking at Optimus, we're looking at the robots, we're looking at how far they've gone, etc. But unfortunately, I just don't know where it's going to come from. I mean, Elon Musk is used to promising and not delivering. That's something we've got to understand. SpaceX might be the savior, which some people expect. But let's see what SpaceX has been doing. It's been selling off aggressively, even today. I think there's a lot of people waiting for $100 for stabilization, and then they start, placing their buys. So, but anyway, I've got no dog in this fight either. I am a short with SpaceX, just in case just in case you ask me. It's not. I don't think it's a buy. I think they are like Jim Chanos said, building lots of castles in the sky. They are not great enough for what I think they want to do. Okay, corporate movers and AI also servers. They had a splurge. SMCI provided a stellar preliminary Q4 update. I think it surged 23% at the peak, which I was seeing actually today. But overall, it closed down about 19.8%. They stunned Wall Street with more than 60 billion in fresh orders and a massive beat on the projected gross margin. Why am I laughing? Come on, it's SMCI. We expect them to do some cooking of the books. So it triggered sympathy buying for enterprise server rivals, including, I think, Dell, which was lifted by, is it 6%? And HP, which closed out 3% as well. Oh, 9% Dell. Sorry for me, I just think all I see right here is a short at some point. You don't want to short what's making high and highs, but I think they bought too much of this. But anyway, also we had HPQ, or was it HPE, whichever way it was. They're both at HP. Okay, so that also closed higher, 3%. You can see can it maintain it? Can it make back a 64 high? I don't think so. But anyway, so that's what happened today. It was a muted market today. Alphabet, they crushed the expectations. I think they had an earnings per share of 9.1%, which is a 280%. Free cash flow shifted negative though, due to immense AI capital expenditure, which is keeping the initial market reaction highly volatile. One thing I said today was, you've got to put a bet, coin flip. Who is the first person that would reveal the first negative AI capex? Well, I guess Google is still spending, Meta is still spending, but so I'm crossing out two out of the many, which is Tesla, which is Google. Google remains an amazing company though, but too much spending on AI. Also, Tesla intends investor scrutiny, regarding whether its robotaxi and Optimus progress can justify its accelerated AI data center investment cycle. Tesla is now more energy, isn't it, than cars? I did say last year, as of last year, I said, sorry guys, Tesla still a car company until this start. Because if you don't sell cars, you don't make money. Full stop. Some people take it real personal. Look, it is what it is. It's just the market, and that's it. But anyway, for me, I don't see anything to take away from this market for today. I think let me also go into. I think we also have. Let me just check the other earnings for tonight, and today is the 22nd. 118 companies. How dare me? 118 companies. So yeah, Google, Tesla. I was talking about Philip Morris. I wasn't looking forward to PM. I mean, no, wasn't looking forward to PM really. But let's see how PM performed. These are big companies. GEV, which fun fact though, GEV. Look at that, tobacco, amazing, crushing all-time highs. Let me see when Altria is going to have their earnings, because Philip Morris and Altria, they are the same line. My goodness, look at that. So Altria has actually done 25 or 50% in the last 6 months, and they do have an amazing dividend. Okay, also TXN. I was talking about GEV. GE used to be a part of GEV. Oh, sorry, GEV used to be a part of GE, but it wasn't making profit. And therefore, when they spun out GEV, which is the profit-making one, it just started blasting off on all cylinders. So GEV has been a great one. I don't know how it performed the earnings, though. Another one is Texas Instrument. Let's just quickly talk about GEV, and then I'm going to revert to Texas Instrument. So look at GEV. It's the minute they spurred it on, it's just been blasting off from March. Look at that, non-stop. There was another company that did that with Honeywell, actually did that. CXN, I don't think we had good news from everyone tonight, apart from Philip Morris. Well, in terms of the market reactions, what I'm talking about. Yeah, look at Texas Instrument. I did say this one here. For me, I would rather be selling short at some point. It's run too much. I mean, can it still go further up? Of course it can. But again, how much more can we go? IBM has kind of given us a pre-earnings report, and we know it wasn't great. So I don't know why it's still on the timetable today. Yep. Okay, we know it wasn't great. It went from all-time high to all-time low in one single swoop. And you can see it right there. I don't think it's done selling. One of the greatest companies in the world, 193. And it ran all the way back. So it took 2 years off the price. Well, there you go. IBM, we had a pre-earnings report. Nothing there to take away. We also had KMI, Kinder Morgan, some of the companies I know. So I'm just going to talk about them. I was going to stream this earnings live, but unfortunately I couldn't. Oh, wow. KMI still blasting off all cylinders. Let's just look for the ones post-market return. Oh, Las Vegas Sands. I've been chasing this for a while. LVS, I don't have this company, by the way. So can you see that? It's a sale. Everyone is selling off. I'm guessing the markets probably has turned, and people do not realize that. Oh, yeah. Let me come in and see. So if you look at Graco, sorry, it's family walked in, so you gotta say hello. Okay, Graco as well. Oh, Graco, producer manufacturing, one of the big guys, but you know, it's down to its 5-year level. But you got to see, can you notice a trend with everything? Everything is moving up, but just the market, everything is moving sideways or downwards, but the market stays up. What does that tell you? You got to be careful. Look, IGV is not saying much, which is software. And, with software, we know if software is not going anywhere, there's not much you can do. Look at that. IGV was down today, which means, if you're now sold off after it had a 6% run, still a great business. But okay, it didn't sell off, but okay, you couldn't really hold as much. But let's see what happens against tomorrow. And this is actually down to Google. Now, we got Palantir coming on at some point. I think it's in about 10 days. Just look at the date here. In 12 days. Great company, but I'm sorry it ran too fast. So, these are the things we are looking at. And let's see, what else do we have today? Iridium, yeah. Oh. I wanted to talk about Molina Healthcare. One of the great companies I like. Look at that after hours. It's ran down 9%. So you can see, all I can tell you is that we have earnings which things are selling off. And if you're the one just buying these things, you are doing yourself a disservice. I think maybe sometimes wait, relax, let the market settle down. The only thing that's pushing the market right now is memories. Let's look at DRAM. Okay, let's look at Micron quickly, which is one of the biggest in DRAM. It went from green to red. Look at SNDK. You can see this is the guys that's holding the market. And if these guys are holding the market, this enough is not great to hold the market. I heard a quote from someone. Somebody said, and I think it said this in relation to Apple. So the memories push up the prices, right? Fine. And they said, if you push up your price and people are still buying it, that's not a great brand. That's not a great market. So the memories push up the prices. And therefore, Apple had to reflect and push up their prices because of the memory. That is not a great price. And that's what we are seeing here. And that's the effect on Apple. So far, so good. I think the market has to chill out. I mean, this is seasonality. This is July anyway. People on holiday. I know people say selling me and go away. But I'm sorry, I haven't seen anything to blow me away in this market so far. But maybe I might start looking at Molina Healthcare, and I might think of something in there. But I think right now, I mean, what is XLV saying? XLV, if you're not seeing the trade, there's nothing to do. As you can see, XLV, look at the leader here, UNH. What is UNH doing? Even CNC, which had an exposure. There you go. Everything is selling off. Relax, wait, and chill. Don't be in a haste or in a hurry to lose money. But anyway, tomorrow's another day. I know we have another earnings tomorrow. And, God keep us till then. And we shall see. But until then, guys, hope I shall see you tomorrow again. Have a great night. Good night. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.